Nagarini, perfection of wisdom. The word Nagar means of the city in Sanskrit. Biblically, it means to pour, run, or flow. Nagars, the oldest of the Brahmin groups, which claim the origin of Nagars to be purely Aryan. This group migrated through Sindhu Kush to Tibet, later through Kashmir, and settling around Kurukshetra, the battlefield of the Mahabharata. Nagars are Kshatriya and descendants of Rama, one of Krishna's avatars. All this signifies Christ consciousness. The perfector of the wisdom within is Nagarini, which means queen of the city or the state of consciousness, symbolizing royalty and leadership. A royal lady. The Mahayana doctrine of Buddha nature, Tathagata, suggests that Buddha, the inner teacher, is an innate quality present within, not a state achieved by a single historic figure. Buddha is the transcendental state with extensive powers. Once one awakens the Buddha within, the journey to enlightenment begins and ends in no self-mastery. Nagarini is the perfection of wisdom, and this encounter leads one to no self-mastery, or ending in anada, because there is only soul, the only presence. Here again, words like Nagarjuna and Nagarini have been externalized as personalities rather than the no-self, arisen wisdom of the resurrection of the subconscious, Katmasambhava, the individual materialism consciousness. Nagarini is the bridge that links the reflection, individual materialism consciousness, to Christ material consciousness, the abode of soul, the only presence. Nagarini is depicted in artwork and sculptures as the seven forces that protect the Buddha. These forces are not sheltering the Buddha. They are the radiant streams, the rainbow bridge through which individual materialism consciousness resonates within the personality, who is complementary. The resonances of the seven forces, or chakras, bardos, stargates, reveal the nature of Nagarini, the door guardian of Dharma, or righteousness, and signifies wisdom, protection, and truth. There is a powerful and evocative image of Nagarini as the Buddha, the inner teacher, giving instructions toward holiness. The Buddha shows the way to be followed is within and is where one will find truth and the only reality. The Buddha gives sublime direction. This is the stage of complete trust and reliance. Now one is actively obedient to the inner discernment or subtle prompting from direct communication that helps one navigate in order to achieve the goal. The Nagarini symbolizes one has victory over ignorance, like the demons of separation, otherness, and delusions of sickness and diseases. By overcoming these obstacles, one attains enlightenment and liberation from suffering. And this represents Nagarini, the Perfector of wisdom. The link between Nagarini and subconscious is often associated with the underworld, the realm of unconscious, conscious, and subconscious, where hidden aspects reside. Following the instructions of Buddha, the personality is sheltered by Nagarini, the Perfector of wisdom. Nagarjuna, or perfect wisdom, helps integrate the shadow, the fallen state, in order to achieve wholeness. This symbolizes the Buddha's process of awakening, which involves transcending the duality of the subconscious by realization. Nagarjuna is often seen as animalistic due to the ethnic art motif and abstractions of mostly animal forms. Each motif has a symbolic aspect due to the animistic or outer idea that encompasses all fabricated phenomena. But Nagarini is the purity of inner consciousness. By shedding the unreality and the rebirth into truth. Christ's material consciousness is absolutely pure and gives clarity to the concept of the Perfector of wisdom, Nagarini. Prajnaparamita refers to perfected way of seeing the nature of reality as oneness. This is righteousness or Dharma. Nagarini is the perfecter of understanding truth, the wholeness, holiness. The externalization of internal authenticity is the higher state of consciousness. Nagarini's most famous quotes state emptiness or purity is possible when nothing or no thing is impossible. Understanding the nature of emptiness of phenomena is the means to an end, which is bliss. The overcoming of illusion is the perfection of wisdom, signified by Nagarini. Nagakanaya, the ultimate treasure, bringing goddess, the ultimate treasure bringing goddess symbolizes this information of Nagarini. It is Nagakanaya on which the caduceus emulates the shape of the feminine reproductive system, from the vaginal entrance to the womb, the first home, and the ovaries. It is the uterus that is symbolically represented in images, more so than the DNA double helix or Kundalini rising. In Christian myth, the symbolism of Nagarini is Nuwa, the beginning of the outer or fallen state. She is the interminable cyclic renewal, purification. The Nagarini is salvation from within, revealing truth. Nagakanaya is the connection to direct consciousness, the union of the sublime abode of Christ's material consciousness, and the reflection, individual materialism consciousness. Nagarini is the perfector of wisdom, the mystical bridge between the celestial and terrestrial. She guards all esoteric and mystical teachings. Nuwa is pictured with the lower body of a serpent. Nagarini has bird wings with hooded cobras, indicating one who has accessed a very high level of initiation and fully activated Kundalini. Nagakanaya bestows treasures and is why she is linked with Lakshmi. Nagarini is the immortal goddess and mother guardian. In traditional Chinese, she is called Long Nu, which is translated as Dragon Girl. Long Nu is depicted in the 12th chapter of the Lotus Sutra as being full of wisdom and achieving instant enlightenment. The major deception within all current writings is that one of higher consciousness thinks of sentient beings with compassion. This is so deceptive. The perfecter of wisdom is such because soul is the only presence. This is enlightenment. Also, texts and followers of an outer Buddha do not believe a woman attains Buddhahood, whereas in reality, this is in reverse. Men cannot attain Buddhahood because they do not have solar chakra, the womb chakra, the center for rebirth. Nagarini, the perfecter of wisdom, gives understanding of the culture of mythical being. This is how the biblical account of the Garden of Eden taught the serpent is evil, when in truest essence, the serpent is the perfect symbolism of rebirth. The biblical account teaches the serpent lied to Adam and Eve. Obviously, the serpent is not a creation like Adam and Eve, but relates to the fruit as good and one's eyes becoming open. All teachings of the Naga have been externalized or made exoteric for the masses or illusion. But this is a very clever way for the lover of truth to be revealed. Naga's myths are about a pearl, one pearl amongst a sea of sand. There are 7 hoods protruding from Nagarini. There are 7 hooded cobras protruding from Nagarini. These are depicted as 1. Shisha, the resting place. 2. Vasuki, the ambrosia of immortality. 3. Takshaka, the incinerator of ignorance. 4. Ashtika, the end of ignorance. 5. Kalaya, representing the union with the sublime. 6. Nansadevi, signifying enlightenment. 7. Kundalini Shakti, as the snake is known to cast its skin and regenerate. This state represents rebirth, transformation, and healing. Nagarini, the everlasting and constant renewal of consciousness. While Nagakanaya is the unveiling of the mystique of Nagarini, the perfector of wisdom.